Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to Gradeup. I'm Vikas and I welcome you to the live mega mock analysis, of mega mock of ESE Prelims Paper 2. You know that Gradeup has conducted this mega mock challenge for Engineering Services Paper 2, Prelims Paper 2, and in that we know that that was conducted on 18th of December, and actually that mega mock analysis has to be conducted yesterday, but due to some reason it has been postponed to today. So today we are going to do the live analysis of the mega mock challenge for ESE Paper 2 that was conducted on 18th. I know that most of you must have attempted this mega mock challenge because the paper of engineering services is on 5th of January. So hardly, we can say very less time is left for the exam. So I know that most of you have attempted this mega mock and you are excited to see the solution of some of the questions. We have also selected few questions for this mega mock for the analysis, and also in this session we are going to provide you the what was the total number of attempts for this mega mock, how many students have performed or cleared the cutoff, and who at the end will be telling you who is the topper of this mega mock challenge. Okay, so I'll be waiting for you to join the session so that we can start it. And so I can see right now we have only few students watching on the YouTube channel. So I will be waiting for you to join the session so that no one should get missed out for this live analysis, because this analysis is done only for you and you. So because those who have attempted this mega mock or not attempted the mega mock, the analysis is only for those students who are preparing for paper on 5th of January. Okay, so those who have to write their paper on 5th of January in 2020, this analysis is very, very important, even if you have attempted the mega mock or not. So good evening, Azhar Hussain, Vipul, Kuria, Rishabh Patil. Azhar Hussain, this is mega mock for ESE Prelims Paper 2, that is for mechanical, not for civil. So I would, or Mokhara, this is for mechanical engineering only. This mega mock is for ESE Prelims Paper 2, not for Paper 1. Okay, so you know that mega mock challenge for mechanical was conducted on 18th of January for 18th of December for Prelims Paper 2, that is for mechanical. Okay, so those who are from mechanical branch, you are most welcome for this analysis, even if you have attempted this mega mock or not. Okay, because anyhow we are going to discuss few questions from this mega mock. If you have not attempted this, still you can at least get to know few questions and their solution. Okay, so I can see right now we have 11 students watching us right now. That is a very less number. So I'll be waiting for 1 more minute, then we'll start. When will ESE class will be conducted? Well, Mokhara, if you have attempted this mega mock challenge for engineering electronics branch, that analysis will be conducted on the same day, that is today. So I don't know about the timing, but yes, it will be conducted today only. Okay, so let's begin. This is a brief detail about me. You can see, if those who don't know about me, this is my brief details. You can see I did my master's in thermal and I have total 5-year plus teaching experience. My area of expertise include fluid mechanics, thermal, applied, and heat transfer. These are my area of expertise. Okay. So Rahul Verma, you got 172 marks. That means you have cleared the cutoff. That's really good. So let's come directly to the cutoff. Before we come to the analysis of this mega mock, this is very, very important information. All those students who are preparing for the engineering services exam on 5th of January, who have to write their paper, Gradeup is going to conduct paper 1, ESE paper 1 prelims mega mock challenge on 25th of December. That is on Christmas. It will be live on Christmas. That is on 25th of December at 12 p.m. Okay. So on 25th of December, Gradeup is going to conduct for ESE 2020 Prelims Paper 1 Mega Mock Challenge. Okay, so this like a Mega Mock Challenge was conducted for Paper 2 on 18th December. Similarly, for Paper 1 Prelims, that is for those 10 subjects of Prelims, Gradeup is going to conduct the Mega Mock Challenge on 25th of December till 26th of December. So those students who have to who want to attempt the Mega Mock Challenge, please register for this. The link for the registration is given in the description of this video. Okay, I hope you understood the information. Is it easy to crack CSE prelims? Well, Manikanta, yes, it is very easy. If you give sufficient time, if you have a proper strategy, you can definitely crack the prelims exams. Now the number of days left for the exam, for the GATE exam and ESE exam. You can see for the GATE exam will be conducted on 1st and 2nd of February for mechanical. So the number of days are 43, and for engineering services only 16 days are left for the exam. Okay. Now let's come to the pattern of the paper. You know that engineering services exam will be conducted on 5th of January, and in that we have two papers. One is paper 1 and other is paper 2. Paper 1 is of 200 marks, which will contain 100 questions, and that it will be of 2 marks each for each question, and minus 0.67 is the negative marking for the paper 1. So each question carries 2 marks. So total we can say 2 hours and 100 question. That is the number of question will be 100 question will be there, and the total timing for the paper is 2 hours, that is 120 minutes, and the total marks will be 200 marks. Okay, so those who are already serious and they have to write the paper, you already know about this pattern of paper. And paper 2 on the same day, I think from 2 to 5 it will be paper 2. In the morning it will be paper 1. Then in the evening, in the afternoon it will be paper 2. Paper 2 will be purely technical. Okay. In the technical we will have 150 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. So total 300 marks. Okay. And the date of the exam is 5th of January. So I hope you already know about the date of the exam. Okay. So let's come directly to this analysis. Well, for this analysis of this, for this mega mock challenge, we have taken total, the questions have been from these subjects. Okay. And we can see the distribution of the marks, which have been distribution of the number of questions for each subjects. Okay. So for each and every subject, if we see for strength of material, the total question that were given were 15 questions. For FM and machinery, there were 16 questions. From thermodynamics, there were 16 questions. Material science, 8 questions. Heat transfer, 9 questions. So you can see the number of questions that we have selected for this mega mock challenge. Okay. And let's come directly to the result of this mega mock. Like Amit Kumar and Avinash Verma, they are sharing their score. Yes, the total cutoff. The cutoff was 166 marks, and the highest marks that have been achieved by students is 234.1. That is really good. So Avinash Verma, if you have got that mark, that is really good. So that means your preparation is really very good for engineering services exam. So try to have equal preparation for paper 1 also, because paper 1, paper 2 together will give you the total cutoff marks. So as you know that in 2019 the cutoff for this mechanical was 188 marks for general category, and so you can understand that each year the cutoff is increasing or decreasing depending on the type of question asked in the exam. Okay. So last year in 2019 the cutoff was 188 marks. So with that in mind, we have given the cutoff for paper 2 as 166 marks, and to your surprise the highest marks is 234.1. Highest marks achieved by the student is 234.1. That is really commendable. But if you see this graph, percentage of the students and the marks range, the number of students who have secured less than 30 marks are 35.4%. 35.4% have scored less than 30 marks. Okay. So let's not talk about up to this point. That is, you really need to work hard. 16 days are left. You really need to put your effort, best effort to, because if you are not able to clear the cutoff of 166 marks, definitely you should try to achieve at least 150 to 160 marks in the paper 2. Okay. If we talk about those students who have cleared the cutoff, yes, let's take it from here. So maybe they are lying in this category, that from 8.1, 6.4 and 1.7, we can say 15% of the students have cleared the cutoff, and so they have definitely performed really well, excellent. And the highest marks is 234.1. Okay. Highest marks is 234.1. That is the highest marks in this mega mock challenge. Alright. So that is the result of the mega mock analysis. Okay. I hope you understood. So you can understand the number of students who have qualified is only 15%. Okay. Yes. So I hope you understood this thing. Now I'm going to discuss some question we have selected few questions from the total mega mock. The question that you are not able to solve in the mega mock challenge, we have selected few questions, and those questions will be discussed in this session now. Okay, so let's discuss few questions from the mega mock. Yes. Yes, I hope you understood so far what we have told you the analysis. Okay, we have shown you the analysis, we have shown you the number of marks achieved by each students, and we have also shown you that how many students have cleared the cutoff. Okay, now let's discuss few questions from that mega mock that we have selected for the analysis. Okay, and let's begin. So this is the first question. This question is from the topic of thermodynamics. They are asking that the slope of adiabatic process on the log T versus log P plane is. Okay, you have to determine the slope. So how this question can be solved? So we know that the equation of adiabatic process is T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 gamma minus 1 over gamma. Now we know that T is directly proportional to P power gamma minus 1 over gamma, or we can say that P power gamma minus 1 over gamma is equal to constant, or we can say P power gamma minus 1 over gamma is equal to constant. Sorry, minus times of this. Now if you take a log both side, if you have to solve this equation, you have to take log both side. If you take log both side, what you will get? Log of T, natural log of T plus minus times of gamma minus 1, sorry, that will be minus times of, or we can say plus 1 minus gamma over gamma of log P is equal to log C. Okay, now if you take this that side, you will get log T, natural log of T is equal to log of C minus 1 minus gamma over gamma into log P. Now we have to find the slope. We have to find the slope of T versus P. Okay, so how we can find it? We know that if this is your graph of T versus P, we know that any equation is represented by the equation of straight line is y is equal to C plus mx. Y is equal to C plus mx is the equation of straight line. If you compare that, y is in the equation of y is equal to C plus mx, y is here y is the log T. Okay, this is C here, and this part is x. If this part is x, so this part, complete part, will be equal to what? It will be equal to m. Okay, so that is m is the slope here. M here is equal to minus of 1 minus gamma over gamma, or it is equal to gamma minus 1 over gamma, or it is equal to 1 minus 1 by gamma. Now we know that gamma is equal to Cp over Cv. Gamma is equal to what? Cp over Cv. So we can say that 1 minus 1 by gamma will be equal to 1 minus Cv over Cp. That will be the correct answer for this question. The right answer is option C. Yes, Aditya Gupta, in this question you have provided correct solution, but answer is wrong. I marked option C, and you have provided answer option D is correct. Well, if that is a problem, I don't know about it, but yes, that is the right answer. If you have marked option C, the right answer is option C for this question. Okay. Next question, Kevlar epoxy composite is widely used in. Kevlar epoxy composite due to its low thermal conductivity and high strength, it is basically used in the automobiles. It has wide application in the automobiles, especially in the transmission shaft of the automobiles. So the right answer will be option A, that is automobiles for this question. Okay. Next question, the magnitude of viscous forces in the neighborhood of the boundary layer nearest to the wall where velocity is not equal to 0. In the boundary layer where velocity is not equal to 0, what is the meaning of this thing? Velocity not equal to 0 means, we can say that, we always remember this thing, Reynolds number, which is equal to ratio of inertial forces over viscous forces. And always remember that Reynolds number is greater than 1. Always Reynolds number is greater than 1. If Reynolds number is greater than 1, that means inertial forces will be greater than viscous forces, or we can say that viscous forces is less than the inertial forces. The right answer will be option B. Right answer will be option B. Okay. Next is, during testing of an aircraft prototype employing air refrigeration cycle, the operating pressure is suddenly lowered. Okay. Which of the following can be said about the COP of the cycle? So to solve this question, you know that firstly you should know that what is the working cycle of a refrigeration system. Working cycle of a gas refrigeration system or air refrigeration system is called reverse Brayton cycle. And for reverse Brayton cycle, we know that coefficient of performance is equal to 1 by Rp, that is pressure ratio power gamma minus 1 over gamma minus 1. That is the formula for coefficient of performance of a reverse Brayton cycle or Bell-Coleman cycle. Okay. Now they are saying that the pressure is suddenly lowered. Pressure lowered means if pressure is lowered, then pressure ratio will also reduce. Okay, if pressure ratio is reduced, then coefficient of performance will increase. Okay, so the right answer will be option A. Those who have marked option A for this question, that will be the correct answer for this. Okay. Next, following data is obtained from the Rankine power plant. At inlet to the turbine, this everything is given here. Pressure is 22 bar, and yes, Rahul Verma, why are you saying it will be decreasing? The coefficient of performance, and let me tell you this, that coefficient of performance and COP have got this slope. Okay, this is the pressure ratio and this is the coefficient of performance. So if you increase the pressure ratio, COP will decrease. If you decrease the pressure ratio, the COP will increase. That is the slope of coefficient of performance and pressure ratio. Okay, the right answer will be option A. Now this question is from the Rankine cycle. They are asking about the mean temperature of heat addition. Mean temperature of heat addition is equal to heat added over the entropy change. Okay, now they are saying that suppose this is your temperature entropy curve. Okay, now this is your turbine inlet 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what will the mean temperature of heat addition? Mean temperature of heat addition will be equal to H1 minus H4 over S1 minus S4. Okay, now H1 value is given to in this question. H1 will be equal to 3360. That will be the value of H1. This is H1. And the value of H4 is not given to you because this is S3. S3 value is given to you. That is, it will be equal to HF. That is 191.8. So this is equal to 191.8. S1 value is given to you. This is S1 and this is the value of S3 is equal to S4. Okay. SF3 is equal to SF4 because the process in the pump is the isentropic process. For isentropic process, F3 is equal to S4 is equal to this 0.649. That is given in the question. Now, how we can find the value of H4? We know that pump work is equal to what? S3 minus H4. Work done by the pump is equal to specific volume into the boiler pressure minus condenser pressure. And this is also equal to H4 minus H3. By using this approach, we know that boiler pressure is 22 bar in kilopascal. This will be 2200 kilopascal. So this will be specific volume is given to you. This is 0.001001 into the boiler pressure is 2200 minus the condenser pressure is 10 kilopascal. Okay, you have to convert into kilopascal. So that will be 2200 minus 10. If you multiply it together, you will get a value. So you will find the value of H4. H4 will come out to be that will be 194. That will be 194. So you know the value of H1, you know the value of H4, S1, S4. You will get the value of mean temperature of heat addition. The answer will be 489. The right answer will be 489. That is option A. Okay. So whenever you will get this type of question to find the mean temperature of heat addition, you have to use this approach. Okay. Next, if the nozzle efficiency is reduced to 1/4 of its original value, then the nozzle velocity coefficient will be. See, this nozzle velocity coefficient or nozzle efficiency is what? We know that in the case of a actual cycle and ideal cycle, suppose this is your, we know that nozzle efficiency will be equal to actual enthalpy change actual over enthalpy change isentropic or ideal. Now, actual enthalpy change is equal to what? Actual enthalpy change is given by steady flow energy equation. We know that if you apply the steady flow energy equation, this will be H1 plus V1 square by 2000 is equal to H2 plus V2 square by 2000. Now, if it is a nozzle, then we know that inlet velocity will be 0. So, this term will be 0. So, we can say that enthalpy change, actual enthalpy change for a nozzle is equal to V square by 2 or V2 square by 2000 or 2. So, we can say that enthalpy change, this enthalpy change is directly proportional to V square, right? And nozzle efficiency is directly proportional to V square. So, we can say that efficiency is directly proportional to velocity square or velocity coefficient. It will also be proportional to velocity coefficient. So, velocity is directly proportional to efficiency power 1 by 2, that is 0.5. Now, efficiency, it is saying it is reduced to 1 by 4. If efficiency is reduced to 1 by 4, then velocity will be reduced to 1 by 2 because it is just square root of the efficiency. So, the right answer will be, it will be decreased by 2 times. The right answer will be option A. Okay. Inside a shipbuilding R&D center, a 1 by 25 model of a ship was to be put under testing. Experimental analysis for estimating is wave drag. If the speed of the actual full cycle ship is 1 meter per second, then at what speed must be the models will be tested? This question is from dimensionless analysis, and for which model will be used for this analysis? We have to use the Froude model, and Froude model says that V by root of LG, where suppose this is for model and this will be equal to V by root LG for prototype, or GL or LG or prototype. So, we can say that velocity ratio, that is Vp by Vm, is equal to under root of Lp by Lm. Now, this is given to you 1 by 25 model. 1 by 25 model, what is the meaning of this thing? This is a length ratio. Length ratio is equal to 25. That means the meaning length ratio is equal to 25. That is Lp by Lm is equal to 25. Okay, because always remember that model is always less than the prototype. Okay, so if they are giving you 1 by 25 model, that means that is Lm over Lp is given to you. And length ratio is equal to Lp over Lm. You have to convert it into Lp over Lm. Okay, so this will be Lr is equal to length ratio is equal to 25. So Vr, that is velocity ratio, will be equal to under root of 25, that is 5. Okay, so the right answer will be 5 here, and that is the velocity ratio is equal to Vp over Vm. So Vp over Vm is given here equal to 5. So you have to find the velocity of the model. Velocity of the prototype is given to you 1 meter per second. So that will be Vp over Vm is equal to 5. So Vm will be equal to Vp over 5, that is 1 by 5 equal to 0.2. So right answer will be option B. Okay. Next question. It is a assertion reason type question. Such type of question also comes in the ESE exam, engineering services exam. So they have given one assertion and one reason for that. A cast iron specimen shall fail due to shear when subjected to compression load. Reason is shear stress of the cast iron in the compression is more than half of its compression strength. Always remember that compression strength of the cast iron is very, very high. Cast iron is very strong in compression rather than in shear. Okay, so first statement is correct. Statement 1 is correct. But statement 2 is saying that shear strength of the cast iron in compression is more than half of its compression strength. No. Shear strength is never high for the cast iron. Shear strength is less, but compression strength is more for cast iron. So option A is correct. Assertion A is correct. Reason is false. Right answer will be option C. Okay. Next question. The thickness of a casting produced by a slush casting was found to be 7 mm after 100 seconds and 12 mm after 225 seconds. What is the time required to achieve a desired thickness? Well, for this question, we have to tell you that that was a mistake in the mega mock. for this question, they have not given the right option. The correct option was not given. The correct option was by mistake, it was not given. So those students who have not got marks in this question, you can add 10 marks to your total score. Even if you have attempted this question or not, you can add 2 marks for this question because that is a mistake in the options. The mistake was in the option. Okay. So those who have got 231 marks, if you have attempted this question, you will get 233. Okay. Now how to solve this question? In the case of slush casting, the thickness of the slush casting is equal to C1 root of the time plus C2. Where C1 and C2 are the constant. This is the formula for thickness of the slush casting. Now, these two are constant. They are saying that if the thickness is 7 mm after 100 seconds. So, first equation will be 7 is equal to C into 100 plus C2. This is the first equation. Second equation is 12 mm after 225 seconds. So, 12 will be equal to C. 12 will be equal to C under root 225 plus C2. So these are the two equations. If you solve these two equations, it is very simple to solve. Root of 100 is 10, root of 225 is 15. Okay, so if you solve it, you will straight away get that by solving these two equations. C1 will be equal to 1, C2 will be equal to minus 3. Okay, so at C1 is equal to 1, C2 is equal to minus 3, you have to find the thickness of 10 mm. You have to find the time. So we know that thickness is equal to C1 of root t plus C2. So here they have given it minus 3. This will be root of t is equal to thickness is 10. So that will be 10. So this will be root of t is equal to 13. So thickness, time will be equal to 169 seconds. So right answer will be option B, 169 seconds. And by mistake, the option was not given correctly in this mega mock. So those who have got marked option B or anything as the option, you all will get 2 marks more. Okay, you can add 10 marks to your total score. That was a mistake. Next question, an increment in the depth of cut brings down the tool life. Well, that is correct. If you increase the depth of cut, tool life will reduce. Reason is, increase in the depth of cut gives rise to the relatively small increase in the temperature. Yes, due to increase in depth of the cut, or in the metal cutting process, the temperature is increased, the temperature of the tool will increase and that will reduce the tool life. So that is the correct explanation. Both A and R are individually true and R is the correct explanation of A. The right answer will be option A for this question. Okay. Next question. Assertion is given that mechanical dissolution of a molten metal stream into fine particle by way of a jet of compressed air is known as atomization. That is correct. That is the definition of atomization. Okay. Even if this is a part of powder metallurgy, and in the powder metallurgy, atomization is basically breaking of the particle into small parts with the help of a compressed air, jet of compressed air. Okay. Reason they have given that in atomization process, water or inert gas cannot be used as a replacement of the compressed air. No. We can use water and the gas, inert gas, as a replacement of the compressed air. So reason is not correct. This is correct, but reason is not correct. We can use water and inert gas as a replacement of the compressed air. So A is true and R is false. Okay. Next question, an alloy bullet is traveling at a speed of 450 meter per second. You can see, and a temperature of 100. That will be 100 degrees Celsius. The bullet strikes its target and comes to rest adiabatically. Okay. If the specific heat of the alloy is 92 joule per kg Kelvin. Okay. And the heat of the fusion is 108 kilojoule per kg. I can calculate the percentage mass of the bullet that got melted as a result of temperature rise due to impact. Use melting temperature of the bullet as 593 Kelvin. How to solve this question? See, in this question, they are saying that when the bullet is targeting, suppose this is your target. Okay. Now, when it is targeting it, then what will happen? They will be, according to first law of thermodynamics, kinetic energy will be equal to, kinetic energy of the bullet will be imparted for, it will cause the melting of the bullet. It will be changed into heat. Now, they are saying that there is some loss in the temperature. Due to melting, there is some loss in temperature. So, first we will find the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy of this bullet will be equal to half mv square. So m is not given, so we can say half V square divided by 1000 if you have to find it in joule per kilojoule per kg. So that will be half V square by 2000 because mass is not given. So that will be half of 450 square divided by 1000, and by solving it you will get kinetic energy will be equal to that is coming out to be 100.25 kilojoule per kg. Now due to this kinetic energy, it will cause some heat loss in the bullet. There will be some loss of heat in the bullet, or there will be some loss in the melting heat of the bullet. That loss of heat, or we can say that heat utilized in raising the melting temperature, will be equal to mc delta T. Specific heat is given, then delta T will be equal to what? This is the increased temperature and this is the initial temperature. So that will be equal to C is given to you 92 into 593 minus 373. Because it is 100 degrees Celsius, you have to convert it into Kelvin. So that will be 373, 593 minus 373. By solving it, this you will get 20.24. You have to divide by 1000 because this is in joule per kg Kelvin. You have to convert it into kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So you have to divide by 1000. Okay, so that you will get 20.2 kilojoule per kg. Not Kelvin, kilojoule per kg. This is kilojoule per kg, this is kilojoule per kg. Now the difference of these two things, kinetic energy and heat utilized in melting, will be equal to what? Difference of these two energies, 101.25 minus 20.2, this will be equal to m of, it will cause the melting, so this will be equal to m of HFG, latent heat of fusion. Okay, so mass you have to find in this question. So this from here mass will be equal to, that will be equal to 75%. That will come out to be 0.75, but you have to find the percentage, so you have to multiply by 100, so that will be 75%. Right answer will be option C. Okay. Next question, in a prototype test, a 1500 vehicle is driving at a speed of 120 km per hour. The vehicle is made to impact with a piston cylinder assembly in such a way that all the energy released by 400 kg of a fluid whose specific heat is 5 kJ per kg. Calculate the temperature rise of the fluid as a result of this impact. Yes. So how to solve this question? In this question they are asking about how to find the temperature. So we know that the kinetic energy here in this case also, the kinetic energy will be equal to mc delta T. Okay, that is the kinetic energy of this prototype will be or the vehicle will be imparting it will increase the internal energy, that will be mc delta T. So what this kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, that will be equal to mc delta T. Now we know that is half of the mass of the vehicle is given to 1500 and mass of this fluid is given to 400. So that will be half of 1500 into velocity. Velocity is given in kilometer per hour. You have to convert it into meter per second by multiplying it with 5 by 18. So that is velocity is equal to 120 kilometer per hour. If you multiply with 5 by 18, you will get in meter per second, and that will come out to be 33.3 meter per second. So you have to keep it in this 33.33, and that will be equal to mc delta T. Mass of the fluid is 400, specific heat is 5 into delta T. Delta T will be equal to delta T, suppose this is delta T, you have to find the temperature. By solving it, you will get the temperature change. It will be equal to 0.4167 degrees Celsius. Now, I think that this is the point where you have got the problem. This is the point after which you are not able to solve the question. You must be thinking that how we can convert this degree Celsius into Fahrenheit, because they are asking the temperature value in Fahrenheit, degree Fahrenheit. So you can see that they are asking the temperature rise. They are asking the temperature rise. They are not asking the temperature in degree Celsius. They are asking the rise in temperature. Okay. So this is also the rise in temperature. So there is a relation between the rise in temperature in degree Celsius and Fahrenheit, that is rise in temperature in degree Fahrenheit is equal to 1.8 of rise in temperature in degree Celsius. Okay, so temperature change in degree Fahrenheit is equal to 1.8 of temperature change in degree Celsius. So that will be 1.8 into 0.4167 and this will come out to be 0.75. Right answer will be option A, that is 0.75. Okay, understand everyone? That is a tricky part, that if you will not focus on this part, temperature rise, you will not get the right answer. Okay. Next question, which of the following methods can be used for manufacturing 2 meter long metallic seamless tube? See, metallic seamless tubes are manufactured by 2 methods, both extrusion and rolling. They are used for making the seamless tubes. So the right answer will be both option 2 and 3 are correct. 2 and 3 will be the, option B will be the right answer. Both extrusion and rolling are used for making seamless tube. So these are the direct question. You can see from the manufacturing, they are direct question, direct statement wise question. If you know the application, if you know the advantage, disadvantage, you will get the answer. Okay, but especially if you talk about the numerical part, they were numerical from strength of material, they will be numerical in the thermodynamics, in refrigeration, air conditioning. Okay, and the last year 2019 also we have seen that there were a lot of numerical questions. Okay, and that question cannot be solved with the help of calculator. So it will be better from, it is a suggestion from me, and because this is the last question from my side, now Sooraj sir will take the session forward. So the last suggestion for you is that please solve the previous year gate question. If possible, solve the previous year gate question, because directly it has been seen that direct question, previous year gate question comes in the exam of engineering services. That was asked in the previous year. Okay. There were few questions from the assertion question, I can understand, and that the same Ishad, that the same thing happened in the 2019 ESE paper also, that the theory question were very less, numerical question was 70%, theory question was only 30%. That happened in the ESE 2019 paper. Okay, so please try to solve the question, numerical question without calculator, because calculator is not allowed. Okay, and please try to solve the previous year gate question. Previous year gate, or you can just go through them, because direct question comes in the exam from previous year gate question. Okay, so this is my suggestion, and rest all the very best for your paper on 5th of January. And now Sooraj sir will take rest of the session forward. So thank you so much and have a good day. Thank you.
Okay, good evening once again. Yeah, so how are you guys? I hope so. Your doubts were clear from the major topics like thermo, FM, and some of the topics you felt it was difficult. So I welcome you all once again to this live session. Good evening all. So without wasting your time, let us start this analysis, because there was some question which I felt need to be discussed, and like there is various question from Tom also, which many of the students were not attempting it. Okay, so very good evening. Once again, I welcome you all. This is about me, myself, Sooraj, my master's in thermal engineering, and this is my area of expertise. Let us quickly start our questions. Now, first question is, when the shaking force is transmitted through the spring, damping becomes prejudicial when the ratio of omega n is greater than. Now, this question I have seen many of the students have not at all attempted this. Now, let us see what they are asking. They are asking this question from theory of machine vibration topic. Okay, and what is the meaning of prejudicial? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of prejudicial? Now, prejudicial basically means detrimental or decreasing. Fine. So they are asking what should be the ratio of omega by omega n such that your damping will be prejudicial, or we can say detrimental. So those who have solved, I hope so, you might be knowing. Those who don't know, you might be knowing about this curve between transmissibility and the ratio of omega by omega n. Anyone who remember this? Because this question can be solved by using this concept only. Clear? So if what is, if you are having 1, so in this case what will happen, we'll be having a curve something like this. This is your under root 2. Those who know this curve, they can easily see. Clear? So from this curve you can easily get to know what should be the answer. Clear? So this is your damping factor equal to 0, and this is in increasing fraction, and this is damping factor equal to 0. So when you go beyond root 2, that means when the omega by omega n value is greater than root 2, in that case what is happening, your damping factor is decreasing. So in this question what they're asking, when there is a shaking force, that means whenever there is a vibration is occurring in the transmitted through the spring, damping becomes prejudicial, that means detrimental when the omega by omega n, that means we are talking about the omega by omega n greater than a value which is under root 2, which is 1.414. So your correct answer should be option B. No, it's correct. It's correct only. It's under root 2, so it is equal to 1.414. That means your omega by omega n value should be greater than 1.414. So in that case, the most appropriate answer is question B. Option B is the most appropriate answer, which is 1.5. Clear? So option B is the correct answer. Clear? Because I have seen when the students have seen directly root 2 value and they have marked option D, which is wrong. You need to see what is the value we are talking about. We are talking about option B, which is 1.5, because that is also which is also greater than this. Fine, which is also satisfying this condition. So your option B is the correct answer. Clear? So let us see the next question. Now this question is from industrial engineering, from break-even analysis. Many of the students, what is your doubt, Jahangir? Still not clear? No, you have to see this curve. Fine, if you are going with this curve is basically at about, after this point, after this root 2 value, your damping factor is constantly increasing. Fine, so that means we are having a detrimental effect. So your correct answer is option B. Clear? So this question is basically from multi-product. Whenever we are having multi-product being discussed, this topic is from multi-product break-even analysis. So in this case, break-even sales can be calculated by contribution margin factor. You might be knowing about this CMF, which is contribution margin factor or ratio, which is equal to the summation of x into s minus v upon summation s into x. You have to apply this formula. Fine, where x is, we are having x as 7,000 and 6,000, that is x1 and x2. S is the selling price, the corresponding selling price is 15, the variable price is 7. So you can directly write this is 7,000 into 15 minus 7 plus 6,000 into 20 minus 8 upon this is x is your 7,000 into 15 plus 6,000 into 20. So after this you will be getting CMR. After getting the CMR, your CMR will be approximately equal to 0.57. So what is break-even analysis? Break-even sales will be equal to fixed cost divided by CMR. Fine. Fixed cost divided by CMR. What is the value of fixed cost? It's already been given. It is 30,000. So you can directly divide, this is 30,000 divided by 0.57. So approximately you will be getting option C, which is 54034. You'll be getting 54034 as the approximate answer. Clear? Sorry, you'll be getting not C, option D. Option D, 52734. When you solve it, you'll be getting 52734. Now this topic is not at all covered in GATE, because this topic is not there in GATE. That is why multi-product we are not discussing in any GATE of the syllabus, because multi-product break-even sales, it's not at all in the syllabus of gate, but it is there in the syllabus of engineering service. That is why we have given you, so that you can practice it. So this is the question which I felt you were having difficulty to understand. So whenever we are talking about multi-product, because there were two products A and B, individual values were given for the number of sales and the selling price and the variable price. So you have to remember this formula, which is contribution margin ratio or factor is equal to summation of x n minus summation of x s minus v upon summation x into s. Apply this, you'll be getting. Now finally, break-even sales is the ratio of fixed cost by CMR. Clear? Because I've seen many of the students are not attempted this because usually they are not studying this multi-product, which is not there in the GATE syllabus. So let us go to the next problem. Choose a false statement. Choose the false statement. Yes, quickly tell me what should be the correct answer in this. What is the false statement? A, B, C or D? Let us see one by one. The first statement is the thermoconductivity is always highest in the purest form of the metal. It's absolutely correct. So this option cannot be our answer. Let us see option B. Heat treatment causes considerable variation in thermoconductivity. Obviously, whenever any metal is undergoing heat treatment process, then its properties usually changes. So obviously this option is also correct. So that means this statement is true. Let us check option C. Thermoconductivity of thermoconductivity decreases with increase in density of the substance, which is absolutely wrong. That means this option is correct, because obviously thermoconductivity varies directly proportional to that of the density. Clear? So K is directly proportional to rho. So as for metals, fine. So in that case, your option C is the correct answer. Clear? Very good, Barnali Dash. So option C, thermoconductivity has a direct relation with the thermal density of that material. Clear? So this is the option C is the correct answer. Let us check the fourth statement also. The thermoconductivity of a damp material considerably higher than that of the thermoconductivity of the individual dry material as well as the water taken individually. Yes, definitely. Whenever we are having a composite material, whenever material is made up of composite bodies or composite different materials, so definitely its thermoconductivity will be increasing. So it's absolutely correct. So by reading the statement third, you can directly get your answer, which is option C is the correct answer. Clear? Let us move to the next question. In a mechanical workshop, gear train arrangement is used as speed reducer. This question is again from theory of machine. With pressure, no, we cannot classify, distinguish with the help of pressure. Okay. Now, in a mechanical workshop, we are having this gear train question. This is from worm wheel. This question is from worm's wheel. And this question, what they're asking what is the ratio of output torque to the input torque. That means they are asking what is T output by T input. Fine. So directly we can say it is equal to the pitch circle dia of worm wheel upon the pitch circle of the worm. Fine. What is the pitch circle dia of the worm wheel? It is 96 mm. So directly you can put it is 96 upon the pitch circle dia of the. Now this is a double threaded worm wheel worm. So in that case it will be 12 into 2, because many of the students have not used it, they have not multiplied 2. So that is why you are getting the wrong answer. So approximately when you solve it, you will be getting 4. And in this option, there is no 4. The correct answer is option D, none of the above. Because in ESE, every time whenever you are seeing, you can expect option something like this, which is none of the above. And that is very, very tricky question, because if the none of the option is available, that means you have to solve it. There is no shortcut formula. Because if there would have been a value being given, then directly you can mark your option. Clear? So this is the question from theory of machine from gear train. I'm a final year student preparing for GATE. Yes, definitely you can. It's from the gear train. It's from the gear train. Clear? It's from the gear train. You have to see the torque output. Now tell me in this case, which is your output? Which is like if you read the statement, a gear train arrangement is used as a speed reducer, has a worm wheel of pitch diameter 96 mm and a double threaded worm of pitch 12 mm. So in this case, what is happening? You are reducing the speed. Clear? You're reducing the pitch, that means your torque output will be lesser than that of the torque input. So in that case, when you take the ratio, we'll be taking, it is directly proportional to the pitch cycle diameter. So directly your worm wheel and this pitch cycle of the worm, we can take directly the ratio of these two. And this is worm wheel. Worm wheel is basically, you might be knowing about this. This is the threads, fine, and this is gear. So it is having a movement like this. This is called worm wheel. Okay, this is called worm wheel, Jahangir. So option D, you will be getting 4 answers. So option D is the correct answer. Clear? Let's see next question. This is also from theory of machine. In damped vibration, there is decrease in amplitude of the vibration during each successive cycle. Definitely this is correct. Whenever we are talking about damped vibration, the amplitude is continuously decreasing. Like if you're talking about this, your amplitude is constantly decreasing. This is correct. This assertion is correct. Second, the reason is damping force is proportional to the amplitude. Whether this statement is correct, it is wrong. Why? Because your force is equal to C into X dot, which is C is your coefficient. Fine. The C is constant and your X bar is velocity. So F is directly proportional to velocity. That means it is not proportional to amplitude. So your reason is wrong. So option C is the correct answer. So always try to see the two statements, read the two statements correctly. Then only you will be able to solve the question from assertion and reasoning. Clear? Because whenever you are having the question from assertion and reasoning, always first of all try to say whether both the statements are correct or not. If any one of the statement is wrong, then definitely you can directly take option A or option C or D. Clear? So whenever you are having options like assertion and reasoning, always read the statement and see which of the statement is wrong. If any one of the statement is wrong, directly you can mark from option C or D. Clear? If both are correct, in that case you have to see whether the reason is being justifying the assertion. Clear? ISRO classes, definitely we are planning for this, Barnali. Clear? So any doubt in this? C is damping coefficient. Next question, which of the following country leads in harnessing the wind energy? So what is your answer in this? Which of the following country leads in harnessing the wind energy? That means which of the country is having the highest power output by using the wind energy? Anyone who can tell me the answer of this? Either India, USA, China or Germany. This topic is from renewable energy. So what should be the most appropriate answer? Can you tell me what is the sequence, which country is having the highest among the 4 of the wind energy? Is it India, USA, China or Germany? If I talk about the decreasing order, highest is in China. Second, it's in USA. Third is in Germany. And fourth is in India. Fine. So this is India is at the least. Fine. This is like the most. It's in a decreasing order. It's in the decreasing order. So China is at the top. If I tell you what is in terms of gigawatt, so China is having 221 gigawatt. If I talk about USA, it is 96 gigawatt, approximately to 96 gigawatt. Germany, we are having 59 gigawatt. And India is 33 gigawatt. 33 or 35. Clear? So China is having, among the 4 options, China is having the highest country. We are having the wind energy being harnessed. Yes, any doubt in this? Okay, next question. There is some slight changes in this option. You might have seen these options. This is basically 45 degree. This is 45 degree, or else both the option A and B would be correct. Clear? This should be 45 degree, or else both A and B should be correct. Now, in this question, what they are asking, there is a mass rotor system. The mass required to have the system being complete with. This topic is from again from theory of machine, from balancing topic. Clear? So if I talk about which of the mass is not balanced, can anyone who can tell me which of the mass is not balanced? 10 kg, 5 kg, 3 kg. Which of the mass is not balanced? 10 kg or 5 kg or 3 kg? Anyone who can tell me? Quickly tell me what should be, which is the mass is not at all balanced? Look, 10 is balanced because 10 into 1, because if you say the distance between this center point and this 10 kg is 10 into 1, and the distance between 5 kg and 2 is again 5 into 2, so this is basically balanced. So only unbalanced is 3 kg. Very good. 3 kg is unbalanced. So we need to balance this 3 kg. How to balance this? We can add a mass directly opposite to this 3 kg. Fine. Either what you can do, you can add a 3 kg mass with a distance of 1 meter, or you can add a mass of 1.5 with a distance of 2 meter. Now what should be this? This is 180 degree. This should be 45. So total angle is 225. If I draw over here, this is your 10 kg. This is your 5 kg. This is 3 kg. This is to be balanced. So the correct option should be, if this is 1 meter, so 3 into 1 should be equal to, if I'm taking this as 1.5, so 1.5 into 2, so 1.5, this is 2 meter, the total angle will be 225 degree. So correct answer is option A, 1.5 kg at a radius and at an angle of 225 degree Celsius from, not Celsius, 225 degree from the reference. Don't take this Celsius, this is only degree. 225 degree from the reference. Okay, clear? Any doubt in this? Because this is a very easy question. I don't know why you have not attempted this problem. This is direct. You can directly attempt this by looking at the diagram itself. You can see which is unbalanced and how to balance this question. Clear? Next question. This question is from heat transfer. Okay, for a plain wall of thickness L with uniform distributed heat generated, that means your Q dot is given per unit volume. The temperature at the mid of the plane is given by. Now for this you should be knowing an expression. While studying the heat transfer, you might be coming across an expression like T is equal to your heat transfer by 2K into L minus X into X plus TW. Where TW is the wall temperature, T is the temperature at a distance X. So this is a general expression. Clear? So what they're asking what is the temperature at the midway. That means your X is equal to L by 2. Put X equal to L by 2, and at X equal to L by 2 your T is equal to T naught. Put X equal to L by 2. So this will be T naught is equal to Q dot by 8K into L plus TW. So your correct answer is option C. Correct answer is option C. L by 2 into L by 2. You cannot remove this X. So L by 2 into L by 2, this is L square by 4. Fine. Clear? So this will be, now in this case it is total volume. So instead we can replace this as capital Q by 8K plus TW. Clear? How it could be? Because it is L by 2 into L by 2 into this, which will be 8 only. Clear? I'm repeating once again. If I write this, this is Q dot by 2K into L minus L by 2 into L by 2 plus TW. Solve it. This will be Q dot into L square by 8K plus TW. Now this is defined for per unit volume. So, and we are having the plane thickness as 1. So we can directly write this is capital Q by 8K plus TW. Clear? Which is QG. So option C is correct. Correct, Ravi Teja. Option C is correct. Don't confuse with B and C. Directly I have given you the solution, the derivation also. Clear? So option C is correct. Let us go to the next problem. A signboard is attached to the pole of diameter D made of cast iron. Now you have to highlight this. This is very important. Cast iron. Can you tell me cast iron is a brittle material or a ductile material? Quickly tell me whether this cast iron is a brittle or ductile. Because if you are able to tell me whether it's a brittle or ductile, then you will be able to answer which option is correct. It's a brittle material. Correct. So brittle material are weak in tension or compression. Now my question is, brittle material are weak in tension or compression? Tension or compression? They are weak in tension. They are weak in tension. So if I am able to get which of the point is having the maximum tensile force, so that it's weak in tension. Pranchal, always remember the brittle materials are always weak in tension, not in compression. Clear? So if I am able to find out which point is having the tensile force, the maximum tensile force, that point will be the weakest or the critical point. Clear? So let us see what is happening. The wind is moving like this. Okay, so basically we are having two forces being, we are having torsional force and bending force. We are having two forces, torsional force and bending force. Now all this is lying, this is the top view of the flag. So basically what is happening, all the points is subjected to the same torque. So this is same, the torsional shear stress will be same for all the points because all are lying in the same plane. So only deciding factor is bending force. So if I'm able to see which of the point is having the maximum bending, that will be more subjected. Now if you see this projection, the C point, let me draw it. The C point is the point which is the nearest point and A is the farthest point. Wind is moving like this. So A is subjected to tension, B is subject C is subjected to tension and A is subjected to compression. So that means and D and B are lying in the same line, so they won't be having any variation. So point C is the point where having the tension force and point A is having where we are having the compression force. Clear? So by directly we can say option C, the point C is the weakest point because the point C is subjected to the tensile force. Because what happened, if you see from here, it is trying to push, so this point will be elevated. If this point is elevated, that means that is subjected to tensile force. Clear? Understood? Because this is a very good question from strength of material, which I hope so you can expect this year from the strength of material topic. Next question. This is again from theory of machine. Determine the approximate frequency of the longitudinal vibration. It's a very direct formula base. You have to understand what they are asking. They are asking what is the frequency. Fine. Always try to remember whenever you are solving any problem, try to see which are the parameter they are asking. They are asking frequency. So frequency is basically, that means they are asking omega n. Clear? Omega n is basically under root G by delta. Clear? Now G, you know the value of G, you don't know the value of delta, but delta is equal to W into L by area into E. W is already given. The W is 5000 into L is given as what's the value of L you are given? It is 1000. The frequency is this 1 meter. Fine. So you have to convert into mm. This is 1000 because normally always remember your deflection we are calculating in mm itself, because if you are calculating meter, then value will be very, very low. Area will be pi r square. Pi into r is 50 meter, 50 square, into E is 2 into 10 to the power 5, 10 to the power 5. Solve it, you will be getting approximately 3.18 into 10 to the power minus 3 mm. Put this value of delta over here, you will be getting omega n is equal to 9.81 into 10 to the power 3 upon 3.18 into 10 to the power minus 3 under root Clear? But your solution, when you solve it, you will be getting approximately 1755 radian per second. Now this is not the correct, because they're talking about frequency. So frequency is basically, frequency is equal to omega n by 2 pi. So divide this magnitude by 2 pi. So approximately you will be getting 279 hertz. So that closest answer is option A, 278.9 or 279. So option A is the correct answer, which is 280 hertz. Clear? Now this question again from vibration. Those who are preparing for ESE, theory of machine, vibration topic is the most important topic. So don't skip that topic, because every year when you take up on the previous year question, vibration is one of the favorite topic from theory of machine. Let us see the next question. Next question is, Heisler chart are used to determine the transient heat flow and the temperature distribution when? Now what is Heisler chart? Heisler chart basically we are calculating for getting the value of Nusselt number or H value. Fine. So tell me which of the option is approximately correct. Option A, B, C or D. Now Heisler chart, always remember, Heisler chart is drawn for those charts which are the non-lumped bodies. For lumped bodies we are having Biot number, but non-lumped bodies we has to go for this this approach. So that means your convection resistance and conduction resistance will be having some finite value. It won't be having too high or too low, because if Biot number is less than 0.1, that means that's a lumped analysis. That is your lumped analysis, which is not possible. If the Biot number is greater than 0.1 and in between 1000, so in that case we are talking about where the conduction resistance and convection resistance are more or less equal. Clear? So in that case your Heisler, the problem is being solved by Heisler chart. So that means your correct or the most appropriate answer should be option D. That means both conduction and convection resistance are almost equal important. That means you cannot there is no resistance which is dominating the other resistance. That means both are having the equal weightage. That means the Biot number value is more than 1 but less than 1000. It should not be that much high, it should not be that much too low. Clear? So option D is the correct answer. Clear? Last question from industrial engineering. I don't know why you have not solved this, because this is a direct formula based problem. What they are asking what is the scheduled time. Fine. Category number of weeks in which the project is expected to be completed. Direct formula, your scheduled time minus TE upon standard deviation is equal to Z. Clear? How to calculate standard deviation? Standard deviation is basically under root variance square. Variance is already being given, which is 25. Variance is given 25, so that will be under root 25, which is 5. Clear? Put the value over here. So TS, you need to calculate the value of TS. TS is equal to Z into sigma plus TE. Z is 1.65 into 5 plus TE is already been given. The evaluated is 40 weeks. That means it's 40. So approximately you will be getting around 48.25. So your correct answer is 49 weeks. Option C. So correct is option C, which is 49 weeks. Clear? Now this question was very direct. The direct formula based the schedule time minus estimated completed time upon standard deviation is equal to the probability, which is Z, the standard normal variate. Z is called standard normal variate. Clear? So this was the analysis of the different questions which we felt were difficult for you to understand. That is why we came up for you with the solution of these questions and the proper explanation of these questions. Okay, So this many congratulations for all these students, for Shubham Botra, Avinash Verma and Nihal Kumar. These are the top 3 students who scored the maximum marks in this mock paper, and I hope so you all the 3 should be cracking the IES paper, because you are having a very good preparations with, like Shubham is scored 234.12, Avinash scored 234.1 and Nihal scored 226.12. So Shubham and Avinash are almost equal. We are having a tough competition between the top 2. So but still the number, if according to the numbers, Shubham is leading. So many congratulations to Shubham for topping, for having leading this mock test. So I hope so you will also be leading the second paper, which is being will be going on 25th of December of this month. You will be having the mock paper of your paper 1. Clear? And all the best for this engineering ESE examination. We'll be having a live analysis on 5th of January at 7 p.m. So on the day on which you will be giving the exam, on that day itself, we'll be going for the live analysis of all the solutions for engineering service 2020. I hope all of you understood this session, and I'm hoping to I'm hoping that all the students will be joining this live session where you can match your answer key, you can clarify your doubts about the question paper, what the weightage of question paper, what should be the probable cutoffs. Every discussion will be having on 5th of January at 7 o'clock sharp. So mark this date, a very important date for all the ESE aspirants. Clear? So all the best for your exam. And every session I do tell you about the importance of green card, because the green card is basically an access to all the questions. You'll be having 120 plus of mock tests plus 24 subject tests, which will be improving your score. Like if I talk about the top scorers, again, Shubham, Avinash, definitely they were solving the previous year, they were solving the many practice questions. Then only you will be able to achieve or get this type of result. So it's again it's a request, like you can solve as many number of questions you can, so that more the question you solve, the more concept will be cleared. So it's up to you whether you take it or not, because those who are serious aspirant, they have already have purchased this, and already they are solving the questions, and they are improvising their result and concept. So thank you once again for being with me. This is Sooraj from Gradeup. Prep smart, score better, and join Gradeup, so that whenever we're having some live sessions like this, you will be definitely benefited from this type of session. So thank you once again. This is Sooraj signing off from Gradeup. All the best for your exam, and we'll meet again with the new sessions. So all the best. Thank you.